Ludwig?
If he went to the arcade and he didn't come back with his stuff, you break up live on the pod.
Hey,
I want you this.
Stuffy. Gimme.
Welcome to Wine About It.
Oh.
Audio listeners, Cutie looks exactly the same as she always does.
You can't. The crazy thing, it hurts so bad you can't even tell.
Yeah.
Like I sound like the most dramatic like Daniela in the world. I'm being a dramatic Daniela.
Daniela. Who's Daniela?
It's just a double entendre.
That is a name.
Is that what it's called?
Oh, dramatic Daniela. I see.
Is that a double? That's not a double entendre. That's
an alliteration.
Alliteration of double entendres. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I am. My whole face is swollen. I swear to God.
Yeah. Tell them what happened.
Okay, this is what had happened. Ow, dude, this is gonna suck. It's a good thing you have. I
feel bad.
I know.
I can yap. I'll yap.
You're gonna yap.
But first, tell them what happened.
We almost had Lud sub in for me, but I feel bad because
awful.
Yeah. Well, because
imagine just me and Lud.
Lud just did a shoot with IDidAThing into a stream with Connor. Into has an hour and a half break, and then he's doing a stream with Doug. So then he was like, I'll use my hour and a half break to do Wine About It with Maya. And I was like, no.
That's really nice.
He was really sweet, but I just couldn't.
IDidAThing is the Australian guy, right?
Yeah.
I've told you this before, but I don't know if you guys remember this. He DM'd me once, and he asked how he can train wild cockatoos to pick up knives and drop them. And I was like, on civilians? Like, what is the intention? Like, what's the goal? I should go find them, actually.
He just does that.
This is funny. I don't even remember what I said. I just remember being so confused. All right, IDidAThing.
Say you never watched an IDidAThing video without saying you never watched an IDidAThing video.
He said, I sound like an insane person, but I'm trying to teach cockatoos to drop knives from the sky. Can't figure out how to make them lift the knives up. Do you have any idea?
It's so funny.
And I said, are they wild? And he said, yes, they are. Are they bad? And I said, is the goal murder? And he said, not really. Just wanted to show people that they could.
That's so funny.
And I was like, are they plastic or kids' knives? And they said they're butter knives. And I said, I mean, we clicker train our birds. You can find some resources on YouTube. I think you're insane, though.
Damn, and nothing came of it.
I don't think so, which is really good because that's crazy.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, that was really my only interaction with him. But I saw him on like Hassan's stream, I think, right?
Yeah,
past couple days.
He comes over every summer.
Sometimes
Sometimes in the winter too. Yeah, I did the Christmas concert one time. It was so funny. I was talking to him about apparently he made a giant Beyblade. I didn't know this. And
I didn't know that either.
He was telling me he made this giant Beyblade, and I was like, "Oh, you should come to my Beyblade tournament." And he goes, "Some YouTuber did a Beyblade tournament like 2 years ago and didn't invite me." And I was like, "I think."
He didn't know that was you.
No, he didn't know it was me. I was like, "I think that was me." And he was like, "No, I would have known if it was you." And I was like, "I think I'm the only one that's done it like recently." And he was like, was it in like a boxing ring in a warehouse? I was like, yeah, that was me. He was like, you didn't invite me. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Sad.
Yeah.
In fairness, I would never consider asking someone to fly out from Australia for a Beyblade tournament.
Apparently he was in town because that was my first retort too.
Oh.
Oopsie.
Okay, so back to your pain. Cutie's applying Vaseline to her lips.
Ah, pretty.
What's the deal?
What's the dealio? Dealio. Well, what's the deal? Do you remember that song?
No.
Okay, well, fuck me then. Okay, this is what happened. I went to the farm this past weekend, middle of nowhere, Colorado. And so I got to drive through Utah, which was fun. On my way back home, I stopped at a
soda shop.
I stopped at some famous Utah Mormon soda shops. I think that's probably where I got this problem.
That's so sick.
No, just kidding. But so that'll be fun vlog.
Wait, I have half a soda.
Oh,
I want
drama?
it. You can keep talking.
Okay. Can you hear me?
No.
How dare she ask for my story? I guess she's already heard it. It's whatever. So at my family reunion, the day before I left, I felt like, I don't know. I've explained this to some people and they're like, yes. And then other people are like, I have no clue what you're talking about. But it's like a sore throat, but in your ear.
Wait, I thought we were talking about soda. I got my soda so I could be immersed.
Oh. I was talking about my sickness and then we can get to soda.
Oh.
So
look.
Ooh, that's a good one with the cream soda. It's Dr. Pepper with cream soda. She has it.
Yeah. But buying the plastic bottle, I feel bad about. Don't judge me.
It happens.
Okay, continue.
So on Thursday, I like felt that. And then on Wednesday, I felt that. Thursday, I had to drive all day and it like got worse. And then Friday, I finally get to the farm, 2 days worth of driving, finally get to the farm and, my ear just hurts so bad. And this is so weird to explain.
Oh my God, dude, I can't open the soda.
Audio listeners, she's making noises like she's trying to.
Oh, what the heck? Okay, continue.
This is why men ain't. We need them.
No.
Maya, if you can't open this, it proves that we need men. Or just stronger women.
Listen to this.
Oh my God,
yeah,
no.
that was the power she needed. Her hatred of men
It hurt really bad.
Into her hand.
I did it.
Sorry, men. Not
Okay.
all men, by the way.
Don't say that.
So funny. I can't even joke. I can't even smile. It hurts so bad. Anyway, it's like 100. There's a heat wave. Everything's like 100 degrees, right? And one thing, you know that chunk? I don't know how else to describe it. You know that chunk of gum you have in the back of your mouth? Like at the end of your molars, you got like a chunk of gum before you're, yeah. Every once in a while, I'll be like eating a chip or something and it like stabs that and then that whole thing like swells up. Is that just me?
I've never had that happen.
Okay, cool. Then it's just me. Anyway, so I have like this weird combo. My ear is hurting and that chunk of gum, not necessarily a tooth, but that chunk of gum is super swollen and like so irritated. And part of me is like, okay, what came first, chicken or the egg? Like, do I have a tooth infection or do I have an ear infection? Like, I don't know what's going on. All I know is I'm in pain and I have a temperature and it's 100 freaking degrees outside. So I'm like sitting all day Friday at my family reunion, which is all outside because it's on a farm. And I'm just like sweating and I'm so uncomfortable. And then someone just entered my home. I believe it's my boyfriend.
Saved.
Imagine it's not. I think he got me a stuffy. He was just at the arcade. Ludwig?
If he went to the arcade and he didn't come back with a stuffy, we riot. Break up live on the pod.
Oh, but my face hurts too bad to like show I care. I break up with him just like this. Straight face. Like, sorry. I hear him. 1 second. This is going to distract me. I'm sorry. He's coming.
Audio listeners, there's nobody there.
Hey,
I won you this.
Stuffy. Gimme.
What do you mean he won that? It is huge.
How did he win this?
By like really going hard in arcade games. I won like a bunch of points, and I had enough to get you that.
Holy moly, you can hold something.
He's...
You love them?
Yeah. Hold my phone.
Oh, wow, cute.
That's so cute.
She likes him.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, he actually goes crazy. That's really
Alright.
impressive.
Wait, look
I'm
at
actually
my weird
impressed.
ass lip.
Damn, that's a weird ass lip.
Ow, huh?
Yikes.
That's so mean.
That looks painful.
It is painful. And my lymph nodes are all swollen over here and they're painful. I know. It's okay.
Anything I can get
I thought he
for
was
you?
shaving his head.
Oh yeah, when are we shaving your head, Maya says?
He stepped away quietly.
I think that was him trying to be stealthy.
Oh.
Um,
We could see him.
yeah.
Okay.
I actually have a few stories, but we'll get there. Well, no. Okay. Permission to yap.
Yeah, but I can't finish this soda before you talk about the soda shops because I want to be immersed in your story.
Yeah, but I need to do it in order.
Okay, then I'll wait to drink this.
Permission to yap, but end on soda.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Wait, you have to say like
I
this.
second that motion.
There you go. There you go. That's what I was going to say. You have to say the legal thing. Okay. So anyway, we go to the farm. One thing about the farm, I rented a camper van. This is what's really sad is I thought I was going to do a cute, like, cause Lily Pichu always does these freaking camping vlogs and they're so cute. And I was like, I'm going to do a cute camping vlog. It's going to be so cute. But then I got so sick, I couldn't vlog. And so sorry, there's no vlog. I felt like I felt so gross. But I rent like this camper van and I'm like, oh, it's going to be so cute. Me and my boyfriend, we're going to camp in this camping van. Cause at the farm, you have one option, camper van, tent, or a hammock outside, baby. That's where you sleep at the farm. And it's creepy because it's just empty and for miles. And you always think a skinwalker is going to come and get you or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Those are the two options. You're going to go.
I don't think the Texas Chainsaw guy is that scary.
What?
Am I thinking of the wrong guy?
I don't know. As a kid, I would tell stories that he would like travel state to state and kill people, but that's just not real.
Oh.
But my made up version was crazy and scary. Anyway, so one thing is I'm feeling like and
yeah, he's
100
not so
degrees. Bad. Oh, okay. Why?
Just looked up the guy.
Why is he not bad?
I don't know. He just doesn't look as bad. That bad.
You could just run faster than a chainsaw?
Probably.
I don't think I could.
Oh. All right, continue.
So Ludwig needed to stream this Mr. Beast video. Mr. Beast video came out and Ludwig wanted to stream reacting to it Saturday morning. So he was going to get on a plane and fly to Washington because for some reason the flight timing was better than flying to LA and stream at my setup at my house because it was like going to be quicker or something. But then he was like last minute, he was like, I'll just get an Airbnb. Let me remind you, middle of nowhere. We are middle of nowhere. Okay. So the closest Airbnb is like 40 minutes away. So we go there Friday night. The rest of my family goes to bed at the farm. And then, I'm like, oh, tomorrow's the van day for sure. We go to this Airbnb. Ludwig tests the internet. It's not fast enough. The place is full of bugs.
Yay.
Yeah. Earwigs. What are they good for?
I don't actually know what they do. I think are they carnivorous?
I don't know, but they piss me off. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they're carnivorous, so they eat aphids.
What's aphids?
Agricultural pests. Like those little green guys.
Oh, okay. Well, they don't need to be inside. They can go outside and do that. Anyway, they're all over inside. I'm like, okay, whatever. At least like we're in a house. Like I should be able to, because I also have a sleeping problems and I'm sick. And I'm like, let me take a shower. Let me take a shower and chill. Cold water only. No hot water. Okay, cool. Whatever. At least maybe it'll reset my body temperature. I'll be able to sleep. Lay in bed. No AC. It's so hot. I'm sweating. The least comfortable bed in the whole wide world. I'm like, great. So I get no sleep, and then we have to wake up Saturday morning and drive back to the farm. And then I wake up, my ear hurts so bad, and my jaw hurts so bad that I'm like, okay, we got to go to Instacare. Like, I'm not going to make it. Like, I got it. I know, like, I need antibiotics, or I need them to, like, drain my ear or something. Like, and I literally still can't tell if it's an earache or a toothache. I don't know. But I go to Instacare. And she told me, she was like, oh, you have fluids in your ear. So that makes me think it's an earache. And it just like, and an irritated gum and whatever, just a lot going on.
Okay.
She puts me on antibiotics, start the antibiotics, have to go back to the farm, sit in 100 degrees all day, which again, I love the farm, love my family, happy I went. But then I wore sunscreen everywhere on my body besides on my lips. Because who knew? Who knew?
I don't think about my lips either. I feel like I always am applying lip gloss, but it's not SPF. Maybe it just like protects your lips. But yeah, your lips can get sunburned. For sure.
So all of a sudden I start getting like this blister. Well, first I thought my lips were so dry they were cracking. That's what I thought. I kept saying to my sister, I was like,
You know your scalp too?
yeah. Mine's
Like
not.
you gotta like put sunscreen on your scalp.
Or wear a
'cause it'll
hat, which I
burn.
was just wearing a hat.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But so I kept saying to my sister, I was like, oh, do you have chapstick? Like my lips are chapped. And she was like, oh, I'll get it. And she never gets it. And I just get distracted and keep like licking it or whatever. You know, when your lips are so chapped, you're just like, ugh.
Terrible cycle. It's actually
yeah.
the worst. I hate that.
And then all of a sudden this blister develops in the middle of my lip. And then last night I went to bed. My whole lip is just swollen. I wake up this morning. It hurts so bad. I've got like this
Dude,
Blistex like lidocaine and Vaseline.
I think my lips have been burned, but just like to where they're more chapped than usual. I didn't even know you could get blisters on your lips from like that bad of a sunburn. That's so tragic.
I guess so. I mean, that's the only answer I have because it's definitely not a cold sore. I've never had a cold sore in my life. And everything I looked up, cold sores like start differently. Like, so that's my only guess is that it's a sunburn. Like it's just, I don't know. Or just like severely dry lips that turn into like a weird blister or something. I'm not sure. But,
It sucks.
and
That
then
sucks.
also all through here, these lymph nodes in my jaw are swollen now and they're like hurt.
Also, don't know what that's about.
I don't know what's going on with me.
Yeah, me neither. We talked a little bit. We talked on the phone today, and we talked about how stress can really like lower your immune system. Like if you have a lot of stress, it just makes you more susceptible to more bad things, which is stupid as hell biologically. Like, oh, I'm stressed. Let me just let my body experience more stress physically. Stupid.
Yeah.
But
So I think that could have been it because I was really stressed about flying the week prior and then I was just stressed about leaving and then I was just so stressed. And plus it's always July is just like bad for me because it's when my mom died. It's like a whole thing. And so stressed about that. And
how was the drive? You streamed it too, right?
yeah, streaming it was fun. If I had more energy, I would have streamed the drive back, but I just feel so like, sorry, I'm complaining so much. I feel so gross right now. I feel awful. Like everything hurts.
Yeah.
But the drive there was fine because I met my cousin. And like the drive was more broken up. The drive back, especially while feeling like shit, was long. It was long. It's okay. I don't really mind driving because I get caught up on stuff. Like I caught up on any of like the Yard episodes I've missed, and I started Britney Spears' book, which is crazy, by the way. I thought about part of my mini episodes on the Patreon doing a little book club and just once a month reviewing the book. And I think, yeah, I think I might do it with Britney Spears' book, but I'm trying to come up with like a format of how I want to do it. Maybe I'll announce it in like August. So yeah, I thought that could be fun. Except for it won't be like a great book club because you guys won't get a vote. I just get to choose. Smile.
That's fine. That's fine.
But on the drive back, the soda.
Yes.
So drive back, you go through St. George, Utah, and I know that everyone's always fascinated by Mormons and their soda, the land of my people. And so I was like, oh, I've got to stop at there's a lot. There's ones called like So Delicious, there's one called Fizz, there's one called Swig, and then there's also like little pop shops, like just different ones.
Those are all really good names for soda shops, just throwing it out there.
Yeah. So Swig is pretty famous. So I went there first and I ordered like 4 drinks. Very surprised by this Dr. Pepper one called Just Peachy. It's Dr. Pepper with heavy cream. Or Dr. Pepper coconut cream, peach puree, and peach syrup.
Oh.
And it was delightful.
Huh.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I want to make them. I mean, nothing's stopping me. Nothing's stopping anybody from making that.
Really easy.
Okay.
But so I got that one. I got like this Mountain Dew one that was like pretty gross. It just tasted like a melted popsicle. Like it was so sugary.
I don't like Mountain Dew. Remember when boys, what did they say about Mountain Dew? That it makes your dick smaller? Is that what they said?
Who said that?
That was absolutely a thing in high school. Like boys were scared of drinking Mountain Dew. I could have sworn.
Not at my school.
Mountain
Dew and Halo was like everything.
Penis smaller.
I think
Is that just a thing at my high school?
Yeah, that's definitely just a thing at your high school. No one else is talking
No.
about this.
I looked it up. It says the FDA has ruled that the claim is false. So there's like a claim out there. There's an article that says Mountain Dew shrinks testicles. The only way Mountain Dew will affect your penis. Reddit. Does drinking the dew make your dick smaller? Does drinking Mountain Dew make your penis smaller? Yeah, there's a ton of articles about it. It's a real thing that people thought. Yeah, so in high school, like, all the boys loved Mountain Dew, but they didn't want to drink it. And, like, if you drank it at school, people would be like, hee hee ha ha, your penis is shrinking.
That's so funny. Yeah, that never got to my school.
That's so funny. Anyway. Mountain Dew and what? That's whatever it is, it's disgusting. I don't like Mountain
Dew, dragon fruit, raspberry puree, heavy cream, freaking...
Heavy cream and Mountain Dew is crazy.
It was crazy. That one was nasty. That one tasted like melted, like literally like a melted popsicle. And then this is like, listen, like I said, I'm an ex-Mormon. I've had a dirty soda here and now, here and then, here and everywhere. I don't know.
Isn't that just heavy cream and soda?
No. Dirty soda is just like a dirty Diet Coke. It was really popular. It's coconut syrup and lime juice.
Oh.
And it's way good. It's so good.
Okay.
If you've never tried it, that's where you should start. That's your starter. That's your gateway soda.
I gotta start saying way good. That's funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I say it?
Yeah, you just said it. You're like, it's way good. And it was so like Valley Girl, girly pop, like it's way good.
The new thing I want to say is, God, I missed it. I don't remember it. This is my problem. But I saw someone today say something like, I fear that this might be a problem.
Oh, that's all over TikTok.
What was it?
It's common sense, I fear.
It's common sense, I fear. Yeah. Or it was like,
no, that's common sense, I fear. Yeah.
I'm slaying, I fear. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I fear is something I want to say, but I don't know if it'll work into my vocabulary.
I like Your Honor. I've seen that on TikTok a couple times too. It's
really?
Just like,
I've always said Your Honor.
Yeah.
I'm taking
like,
credit.
Slay Your Honor. Or if someone asks me to do something, I go, badge number, please.
That's funny.
There's so many phrases I want to pick up, but I have the same problem. I just never remember them, and then I don't use them.
I know. That means I need you to pick it up because I talk to you the most, and then I'll pick it up from you, or vice versa.
But then I remember the ones that are bad, like, like, two birds with one stone. I say that all the time, and every time I say it, I, like, cringe at myself. I'm like, I don't want to kill birds. That's a bad phrase for me to have and use regularly. Yeah. And then can't, what is it about swinging a dead cat? You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a barista or something, like in a coffee shop where it's like there's so many of that around. It's like you can't even swing a dead cat. You haven't heard that one? Okay, that one's a bad one that like gets stuck in my head like a loop, and I don't want it there. It's sad.
My problem is like you're so like the bad cringe ones that I just think are so funny. Like just being like, you're so skibbity toilet. I love doing that.
I saw someone say that today and I had no idea what it meant.
Yeah.
Does it not mean anything?
Well, skibbity toilet is a video.
I think we're too old to say skibbity toilet.
I can say skibbity toilet. I fear.
I think.
Your Honor. Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Your Honor.
I have the right. That's stupid. Okay, what were you talking about?
The soda shop. Dirty Diet Coke.
Wait, I want to think about, we should brainstorm other phrases to pick up on. We need some good ones. Give us phrases. In the comments, guys, can you give us your favorite phrases? I want to say them. I want to incorporate them into my life. I think that's fun.
I want to be funnier by picking up vernacular that's not mine.
Yeah, me too.
I fear.
Okay. I don't think
I'm just using it where it doesn't work until it works eventually. So I remember it. I fear.
Okay.
So I went to the soda shops. I recorded a little vlog. I'm gonna try to do like a Drew Gooden style video because I'm trying to mix up my YouTube. I worked so.
I didn't watch it yet, but I meant to. I saw your tweet today.
I did a bad job at hyping it up. I should have been like how I got the record, like 3 days prior, like 2 days until I show you how I got the record. 1 day until I should have, but I was sick. Something's wrong with me. But it's doing bad, and I'm so sad. I worked so hard on it.
They always do, man. Anything you work hard on, God forbid you travel somewhere and spend money to make the video. Don't do it. Never do it.
Well,
just react to bullshit. It's not worth it.
I'm going to try to do like a Drew Gooden style video about Utah soda shops because I think it'd be funny.
That's fun.
Yeah, so we'll see. But this is something I started to tell you on the phone yesterday and then I cut out. I was like, this is TMI, but I'm going to tell the podcast. I took a sip of each soda, immediately was like, oh my God, I'm going to shit myself.
You did tell me that.
Did I tell you that?
Yes, and you were like, and then I had to run and find a bathroom.
No. That's funny. That it must have been Ludwig that I didn't tell.
That's so funny.
There was someone that I was like, I had to pee. No, I was going to shit myself, like immediately. Like it was crazy. And I never am
so
like that
weird.
because I'm usually
you
like
don't
constipated.
Drink sugar, huh?
I guess so. But like I drank it and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to shit myself. So I had to like
Maybe you
speed
should
out of the
start
parking
drinking
lot.
soda for digestion.
No.
Oh, sorry. What, you have a problem with soda?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I eat too many calories as is. You don't have this problem.
Oh.
You're not supposed to drink your calories. If I can eat those girls up.
There's 240 calories in this bad boy.
Yeah, I would rather have a cookie.
Fair. That's fair. I love Dr. Pepper though. But it's really the only soda that I like get excited about.
I did see something that resonated with me that was like, I grew up in the era, which like, okay, let me age myself. I don't know if anyone, sometimes I talk about shit like this and I'm like, okay, am I just preaching the choir? But it was like, I grew up in the era where people said that like Jessica Simpson was fat. She was a size 6. And I like remember that.
Right.
And like America Ferrera was fat. Like she was the plus size Disney star and like all this stuff. And then I look back at the pictures and I'm like, you bastards. Why would you do that to me?
Yeah.
That's
really
up.
sad. Did you see all the shit? Actually, I don't know enough about this. I'm scared.
Uh-oh.
But Kylie Jenner has been getting misinformation time.
Oh,
Ding,
Kylie
ding.
Jenner.
We need
that
we need like a jingle.
I'll say it.
Pardon?
I'm calling her
what?
that. C-U-N-T, Kylie, and you're not serving it. You are it.
Okay.
You
Wait, I want to
bitch.
hear you talk about it. Damn.
I don't f with her. I think.
Okay, let me hear your
I'm
take
not really
first, and
that
then
passionate.
I'll give mine. That's weird because you sounded really passionate.
I just feel like how I feel sometimes. Well, so she was on this interview and she started crying because there was this bad photo of her and she's like, people don't realize the comments behind the like.
Oh, people are saying she looks old and stuff.
Yeah, they're like, people don't, and
Yeah.
it's so hurtful and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bitch, you sold these fucking lip kits to all these girls saying, I've never had plastic surgery, you can have it too, only for $60 for a stupid lip kit. And then all these girlies these lip kits suck, they dry out your lips like nobody. I bought so many.
They do.
I wanted lips
Yeah,
like
they do
Kylie.
suck.
They dry your lips out like crazy, they make them all weird and crinkly. And you just want Kylie's lips, and now you look back at photos with your dumbass overdrawn lips and you're like, what was I thinking? I was trying to be like stupid Kylie Jenner who has filler.
Yeah.
And her and her family ruined the perception of so many girls' body image. And now she's sitting there and crying over it. I'm like, ooh, karma, baby. That's how I feel.
That's okay.
Maybe that's
That is
brutal,
what I've
but
seen
that's how
the
I
internet
feel.
saying. My first reaction, maybe I'm way too generous. I assumed that when Kylie's been like a beauty standard since she was like a freaking child, right? Like since
Yeah.
she was like 14, 15, everyone was like, "Oh, who's prettier, Kylie or Kendall?" Which is so
Yeah.
weird, you know? And then she grew up in this like family that is the beauty standard of America.
I do think she
which
was
must be an
kinda fucked.
absolute absolute mind fuck to like be in a family like that and like compete with all
but
of
then
these
say
sisters that are like the
say
standard.
that.
Right, sure.
Say like,
I mean, maybe she would
damn.
say that now, but also saying that would kind of like throw her family under the bus in a weird way.
I mean, but they
So-
should, because now they all got implants, and now they all got all their implants removed, and now they're all on Ozempic, which is fine. Nothing against being on Ozempic if you need it, but I do think like pretending like you're just working out while on Ozempic is like, if you're on Ozempic, just say you're on Ozempic. Stop pretending like, oh, I just eat a salad a day. Go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I also can't imagine, like, again, huge sympathy angle, and I could be wrong. But I can't imagine being in a family like that and, like, being anything but perfect looking as a girl Kardashian. Like, you've seen the way that Rob's just gotten, like, head on, you know? And is like, people don't even know that there's a brother. Like, they just forget that he exists. Like, I can't imagine not being the standard and being in that family. That's so much pressure.
I think that's like, I think you're right. I think her mental has to be like god awful. But I think like instead of being like, why are people being mean to me? Like the comments hurt, saying like, damn, we suck would be better. Like I shouldn't have lied about having filler. I shouldn't have lied about all the plastic surgery I did.
Yeah.
But
now after seeing
hindsight
all the
2020,
discourse, I can
yeah.
understand that, right? But like in the moment on a podcast, I understand the reaction, just being like, this hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, what else?
I don't know. I guess I just might be dying. I'm not sure.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I went to go see my grandfather. I don't think I told you about that. You would love him.
Really?
He's yeah. Actually, let me send a video. We can play it.
Oh my god, you would love my uncles too. My uncles were so funny this weekend. Ludwig made a joke
Really?
about the plandemic and they lost their mind. They thought it was so funny.
You told me that.
It was so funny.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I gotta stop freaking vlogging. There's so many videos, so cringe. Ugh. Hello? Oh, here he is. So, my grandfather had a birthday, and I was like, oh, great, like, I'll come see you for for your birthday. And he was like, no. He said no, like, I came another day, even though he didn't give me permission to come see him. I just, like, went a different day to see him, but he did not want anyone there on his birthday. I was just like, okay, which is fine, you know, he's
Did he say why?
he hates me probably, no, he didn't say why. He's a funny guy. I love him. I think he's hilarious. And I'm sending this video. When we got there, he says, this is the grandfather that whenever he sees a grandkid, he goes, God, you're ugly. What's your name?
Yeah, my grandpa used to do that. Yeah.
That guy.
My grandpa would be like,
and-
oh, you got to send your school pictures so we can put them in the basement to scare the mice. And you're like,
Oh my. That's so mean.
Thanks, Grandpa.
When I got there, he's picked up a new hobby of like getting on a bunch of just like yelling at telemarketers.
okay.
Producer, you want to play this video? I took a video of him with his telemarketer friends. He just has a good time just being really mean to people on the phone. And it's so funny. He has a really, really old cat. And he told me that Bart is his cat's name is Bart. He said Bart's a conservative. And I said, oh, I didn't realize he had an affiliation. He was like, you wouldn't understand.
True.
I was like, oh,
You wouldn't get it.
I wouldn't get it. It's between you and Bart. And I also told him, I was like, there's so many women in this, because he's in a retirement home. And I was like, there's so many more women here than men. And he was like, you want to know why? And I was like, no, I'm scared. Why? And he was like, because all these men have been dealing for women their whole lives, so their lifespan has been shot to... And I said, oh.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, you can play that video.
Okay, so just push play.
Grandfather cameo.
Well, who the hell are you? Oh, you are, huh? Well, shove it.
He said, shove it. Look, there's Bart there. It's what he loves to do, man. It's his hobby.
Okay, everyone needs hobbies.
Everybody needs hobbies. You guys could pick that one up sometime if you want.
Yeah, he does it better for me. I just fall for whatever they're selling.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Cutie likes getting scammed big time.
I love it. I just want to hang out.
She's really good at it. Yeah, she's really good
Whatever
at
they
that.
call me about, I'm like, oh, the FBI's on their way? Okay, what do you need from me? Where do you need me to wire it?
Do you want to discuss more TikTok drama? Because
I do, because I missed
oh
all
boy,
of it.
oh geez.
But wait, did we
you
did we talk about this on YouTube or did we talk about this on Patreon?
I don't remember.
Because if we talked about it on Patreon, we need to save it for Patreon.
We should continue on Patreon.
Yeah, because otherwise YouTube's gonna be confused.
Oh, we talked about it on YouTube.
Okay, welcome YouTube. Okay, so this is the continuation.
Continuation. Last episode, I believe, we talked about Brooke Sheffield and Clinton Kane and their whole whole saga where they dated and Clinton lied about being Australian or having this accent and dating, and his whole family dying, like his brother and his dad and his mom. And so Brooke made this series, what was it, 15 videos or something? This series like detailing everything that happened in their relationship and just like all of the things he lied about. I think her series was 15 parts, I think, ish. And then Clinton Kane, I'm surprised you haven't seen any of these. Clinton Kane responded with like 27 parts. Videos, 27
Yeah, I just
TikToks.
haven't been on TikTok.
Okay, so very strange. Very strange. So Brooke was like, she went through like the dates that they had and like the times and the locations and what he said this day and what he said about his mom and blah, 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 and the fights they got in and blah, 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 blah. Then Clinton responds and his approach is very, very weird because the first 24, 25 parts of this TikTok series that he made, all the comments are turned off, are debunking. It's lie number 1, lie number 2, lie number 3, all the way up to like 24, 25.
Okay.
And so he debunks all of her lies, all of Brooke's lies. But the lies he's debunking are like, she said they were together every single day and he wouldn't let her leave. And they were like attached at the hip and it was abusive because he wouldn't let her leave and was super dependent. He made a Google Calendar and showed it on his TikTok and color-coded the days they were together with like receipts of their texts and stuff, and showed that they were together every other day, not every day. So he literally said at the end of the video, he was like, so we were together 15 out of 31 days, not 31 days, as Brooke said.
Okay.
And then she told the story about how he got a ticket in a car that they were driving together for a trip to Joshua Tree. And he shows all these receipts and he was like, I didn't get a ticket on the way to Joshua Tree. I got a ticket on the way back. And then she talked about this dinner that they had. When she said in her video, she was like, there were like 7 people at this dinner. It was super extravagant. And he was like, there were 4 people at the dinner. And then she said they stayed in this hotel and it was thousands of dollars a night. And he was just showing off and he showed the receipts and he was like, it was $800 a night.
Okay.
It was so weird.
What's his point?
It was just
his point is just that she's exaggerating.
His point is like trying to discredit her because she's told all of these like small lies about everything. And then the weird one is he took a bunch of clips in a compilation of Brooke saying his mom doesn't even speak English. She doesn't even speak English. And he reacts to the clips and he goes, she does speak English. To which everyone is like, so she's alive. What do you mean? Okay. She does speak English. She was like, it's really offensive to, and like triggering to say someone doesn't even speak English. Like, that's really rude. She does speak English. And we're all like, okay.
Okay, but she's
what is
alive.
going on now?
Yeah.
Right. Let me see what else I'm missing. And okay. And then, by the way, when he posts these things, Brooke is watching them and in real time, she's making TikToks responding. So she'll watch and she'll be like, guys, I just started, but I can't believe he said this. And then 2 more videos will pass and she'll post a video and she'll be like laughing and she'll be like, he said this, but you guys remember when I said this? Like, can you imagine? Whatever. And then he'll post more videos and then, yeah, so she's like live reacting on TikTok basically. And then the last of the videos was just him saying that his dad is dead. I don't think he said anything about his brother unless I missed it. And that his accent is because he grew up in a lot of different places and so he just like picked up the accent.
Right, of course.
And then that his mom is alive, but his mom has never been a part of his life. So, but he met this woman who he knew for a year in Europe that he felt really, really close to. And then she died and he felt really close to her. And then he just started telling people that his mom died.
Right.
And he says it's like a form of grief.
Lying.
I think that's the TLDR.
Lying is a form of grief. I fear.
What am I missing?
I did it.
Oh, and then, well, a couple things. He posted so many screenshots of their text messages, and he posted one where he was proving that they hadn't started dating yet. He's also like really adamant that they dated for 3 months, and she's like, no, 6, and he's like 3, whatever. I don't know. And he posted a screenshot where he was texting his friends about her, sent a picture, and his friend replied like, don't even recognize her without all the filler, and was like, so have you asked her to be your girlfriend yet? And he's like, no, I haven't. And that was like his proof that they weren't dating at that point. And I was like, dude, why would you post that? And then she had a notepad in her phone of all of the things she could do to Clinton Kane that would be worse than, that wouldn't be as bad as what he did to her. And it's this whole notepad of like all the things she could expose him for. And he posted it, which is like a very crazy thing to do. And it says like, he liked high school age girls. He cheated on me a bunch of times. I found a sex tape and he got mad at me for it, even though he was cheating on me. He lied about whatever. And it's just like all of the dirt that she has on him. And I think he was trying to show it as like a, yeah, he admits to cheating in a, no, okay, that's for later. They show this whole notepad of like everything she has on Clinton, basically.
Okay.
So it's just all there. I don't know why he would willingly show that. And then because he showed it, she like went through it herself.
That's so funny. She was like, oh, thanks
explained
for
all of
pulling
it.
that up.
It's just like been a bizarre, and then the last of his videos was just about him saying that he was taking accountability for 50% of the relationship, that like he has cheated on people, he has love bombed, he
Right.
lied about his age because he was embarrassed, but that's the only reason why, and just said like mental health is important and cyberbullying is bad.
Fair.
And
good statement. That is a good statement.
yeah, and that was pretty much the end of the saga. But watching the whole thing unfold has been like nothing I've ever seen before.
Well, it's just Judge Judy without Judy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has comments.
We both know this well. As like creators, having a intimate relationships, romantic relationships are like very, very raw and vulnerable, and you see a lot of really good things and a lot of really bad things about a person that are supposed to be for just those two people.
Yeah.
And those kinds of relationships are not built for the scrutiny of millions of people with all of their different experiences and different traumas and lives and opinions and whatever. And when you put all of the intricacies out for everybody else to judge, it's just like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's disastrous. Most of the internet, like 99% of the internet, is on Brooke's side.
Yeah.
But it's been just bizarre to watch. It is not.
That is crazy.
Not normal human healing for sure.
So should we get Clinton on the podcast?
Probably. Speaking of which, we made a joke about getting the Hawk Tuah girl, Haley, on the podcast, and I DM'd her again. Like, when I say as a joke, I mean because like in what world? Is she gonna do that? I DM'd her on Instagram, asking, like while we were filming, and she responded and she said, "Yes, ma'am. Contact my management." And so I sent them an email and they haven't responded.
No, send a follow-up.
I know, but I was like, hey, she herself said she would come on the pod.
Did you say that in the email?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Oh. What the heck?
I don't know. I might DM her again.
She could be my best friend. She's moving to LA. Imagine. We could be the best of friends.
I think that's all I have for Brooke and Clinton.
Wow, dude. I can't. The canceled podcast, they've just got.
Dude. Days and days and days of content.
I'm not going to say more on this because I know we're not a drama podcast, but this isn't drama. This is just crazy. Cody Ko sleeping with a 17-year-old, disgusting. I just have to say that.
I don't know anything about that.
That's all I have to say. Gross.
What happened?
Tana.
Well, that's what happened.
Yeah. Tana
Right.
said, like, when he was 17 or when she was 17, he was 25. And they slept together. And, like, it's been corroborated by, like, I guess, I don't know Gabby Hanna, but she's another YouTuber. But Gabby Hanna was, like, at a party and, like, told Cody that, like, hey, that girl's 17. And he was like, oh, thanks for looking out. Because he was, like, making out with her or something. And then he slept with her anyway. So he's, like, very well knew. Like, it wasn't, like... And he's just going the radio silent route, which is just kind of, like... I mean, I don't know how you respond to something that awful.
17 and 25. Dude, I'm
that's
basically 25.
It's funny because your
Can you
brain...
imagine me with a 17-year-old?
Your brain, like, sometimes I hear 17, 25, my brain's like, oh, 5 year different. No, 8.
No.
Like, my math is so stupid. That's 8 years.
With someone that's in high school.
Disgusting. Insane.
When I was 21, I felt weird about dating a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
And that might have been, like, the drinking gap. But the fact that he, like, couldn't come out with my friends, you know, because he was, like, too young, I was like, this is weird. Like,
yeah.
I'm too old for this guy. That's 19 and 21.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just... Those girls, they're going through it, man.
That is crazy. She said that on the podcast?
Yeah.
How'd that come out? Wow.
Yeah, she's, like, said it multiple times.
What do you mean? Why is it
I don't know.
Why
Only
is it news now?
recently.
Why not before?
Because it was at a live show and then someone, like, posted it and it actually got traction. I don't know. And I didn't even know.
God.
Apparently, this was talked about a few months ago and I didn't even know about it until Charlie made a video about it. And just, like, the least...
Charlie? Oh,
Moist Critical. The least, like, you never... I know it's like, oh, the least expected person, but you just never freaking know people.
I don't even know who Cody Ko is, I'm going to be honest. I recognize that name, but I have no idea what his face looks like.
He's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy, man. Crazy!
That's super sad.
What is wrong with these people? Guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
You just, like... You just don't need... You just don't need...
Yeah,
you
our
just
producer
don't.
just sent a picture of him. I've never seen this person in my life.
Yeah.
I would not.
I went on his podcast.
I do not recognize this guy. What?
Yeah, forever ago.
You were on his podcast?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? I didn't know that.
I've met him a few times. He's very sweet, but who knew? I mean, that's the thing. I don't know how old he is now. If she was... Because how old is Tana now? So he's probably, like, 30 now.
I think she's my age.
He's 33. Oh, geez. And Tana's 26. So
Tana's 26,
That's
yeah.
probably why Tana's talking about it now, because she's the age... Like, you know, because, like, that's one
He
thing...
was?
Yeah. That's one thing that hit me hard when I was the age of, like, the guy that, like, groomed me. Because I was, like, 16 and he was 26, right? And he was, like, talking to me for 2 years. And I was, like, 26 and I was like...
Imagine talking to a 16-year-old.
Yeah, like, this is crazy. Like, I could just
I don't even
never.
know. Do I know any 16-year-olds? Hold. I don't even know if I can't even think of, like, a cousin or something that's 16. But I know what I was like when I was 16. Oh, my God. Nowhere near. That is
no
crazy.
swag.
Yeah, me neither. That's crazy.
Yeah. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Like, I don't know. But I also, in the world of the internet, I don't know how, like, I guess my question is, how does he respond? He just says sorry, right? That's all you do.
He does the run-of-the-mill, like, I've grown since then, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Ew, yucky.
Yeah, that's really sad. I feel bad for Tana.
Yeah, I feel bad for Tana too. And then, like, a lot of the things I've seen, because people are talking about this, a lot of people are talking about, like, a lot of stuff that Tana was exposed to at a very young age.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And it's, like, so sad. And it reminds me of the Britney Spears book that I'm reading. Is her life is just tragic. Just taken advantage of after being taken advantage of after being taken advantage of after being taken advantage of.
What's that book called? I didn't even know she had one.
Let me see.
And is it new?
No. Oh, yeah, this year.
Oh wow.
The Woman in Me. And it's so sad. It's like, it's tragic. Like, all the girlie wanted was to like be in love, right? And then she falls in love with Justin Timberlake. Like, her and Justin Timberlake are together and they live their best lives. And then she gets pregnant on accident and he like cheated on her multiple times. And she admits to cheating on him once, but she kind of was like, fair is fair. Like, you know, but then she gets pregnant and then he tells her that she should get an abortion. So she gets an abortion and then he breaks up with her. And then he goes on his solo career and then like is like becoming the most successful thing in the entire world. Right. And he breaks up with her. And like the next week his single comes out. That's like essentially about her saying like, you're a horrible woman. And Cry Me a River is a music video that pretty much depicts Britney Spears. And so the world starts attacking her like crazy, being like, oh, you cheated on him, you bitch. Da, da, da. Meanwhile, she doesn't say, yeah, he cheated on me too, right? Like she just is taking it because that's what she has to do. And so she just takes it. And then as soon as she like meets someone else, this like Kevin Federline guy, she thinks he's just like a normal guy and that like finally she'll have some stability in her life and this, that, or the other. And then as soon as they get together, he decides he wants to become a pop star and uses all of her fame as currency to try to start his own career, has 2 babies with her. Meanwhile,
I did not know that she had children.
Yeah. Well, apparently when they started dating, someone came to her and they're like, hey, just so you know, Kevin has a baby mama that he like left behind after she had 2 kids. And Britney had no clue. Like, it's just all these people that have lied because she's like the most famous woman on the planet at this point. And so people are just yes-manning and lying to her to be in her good graces. And this man who is a skis ball, Kevin Federline, like, yeah, he just like nods his head and he's like, yeah, you're perfect. I don't have any babies. And then, someone goes to her and tells her that. And he's like, I'm sorry. I didn't want to tell you. I thought you judged me. And she's like, oh, I never judge you. So then they stay together. They get married. Have kids, have 2 kids, really close to each other, like Irish twins is what they called. Like 3 months after giving birth, she gets pregnant again. Yeah. And then Kevin's like not around. He's not around. He's always in the studio recording for his album because he's trying to be a rap star and she's trying to be supportive and like all this stuff. And then he dumps her. So he sends the divorce papers. So this is what's crazy. Like, even her lawyer was against her. Like, it sounds like no one has ever been on this woman's side, which is so sad. So she gets her lawyer, or his lawyer, I guess, that used to be her lawyer. Yeah, so his lawyer that used to be her lawyer went to her and said, he's going to give you divorce papers. You should issue them first so you don't look like the sad, abandoned woman. Right? And so then Britney's like, okay. And so she sends the divorce papers to Kevin Federline. Since she sent them, she had to pay for his legal bills. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. So just like all of this awful stuff. And it's just like the whole book is just that over and over and over again. I haven't finished yet, but it's like it really opens your eyes to like a lot of stuff. And it humanizes it because you see a lot of mistakes that Britney made and you're like, how could she do that? But then you see it happening and it's like, oh, I understand. Like, really? Like, she got manipulated by this person who wanted money. She wanted manipulated by this person who wanted fame. She manipulated by this person. It's just all people using her. And she was just, I genuinely believe she was just too kind. Like, I think she's very, very talented, but I don't think she was very smart. And she even said that. She was like, I'm just stupid. Like,
does she narrate it?
No, the
audiobook?
She doesn't. She says in the prologue that it's too like tender for her to narrate. But yeah, it's so bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Well, I didn't know that was out.
Yeah.
That could be a fun read for book club.
Yeah, book club, everybody.
Nice and uplifting.
Yeah,
Love
you
it.
never watched the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleader show.
I didn't. But I did see it on Netflix a couple times and I did think about it.
Well, the fans are demanding it because they went and watched it.
No, they're not.
I saw the comments. They're like, when are they going to talk about Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders? I watched it because they said they're going to watch it and then talk about it. I'm on
on YouTube?
No, on the Patreon.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
Sorry.
my phone's dead.
Oh.
Anyway, I saw comments because that's how I remembered because I forgot I even told you to watch it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
She'll get to it.
On the Patreon, we have Trash TV episodes, and Cutie and I watch Gossip Girl together. And then patrons also watch Gossip Girl with us.
Yeah.
I made the mistake over the past few days of starting the show You again. You know the show You?
Yeah.
And I don't know his name, but
Penn
it's Dan
Badgley.
Humphrey. What?
Penn Badgley.
Penn?
Which I've loved the name Penn before I ever knew him.
His name is Penn?
Yeah.
Like Penn?
Penn.
Like, okay.
I love that
Strange.
name. I think it's so cute.
Well,
I would name my child Penn.
he is Dan Humphrey in Gossip Girl, and I started watching You, where he plays like a super obsessive romantic stalker, and I think it's going to make it really hard for me to watch Gossip Girl again because it's the same actor.
Yeah.
And he plays a very, very different role.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I'll watch You and I'll be like, Dan would never do that. Or like he'll do something and I'll be like, or
You're like,
it'll set
Dan's
up
being really
for him to do something
communicative. He
bad.
would never do that.
Yeah, and I'll be like, oh, he wouldn't do that. And then he does it and I'm like, what the hell? I can't believe he would do that.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting watching Gossip Girl tonight on the Patreon. If you guys want to hear my thoughts on that, check out Patreon.
I will say we're going to wrap this like 5 minutes early because I feel like so we're going to hop on over to the Patreon now. I hope everyone's okay with that. Reminder, you can see...
Don't apologize for that. That's crazy.
I'm just telling them. You can see the first 10 minutes of the Patreon episode for free just by being a member on the Patreon. You can go and be a member for free and see the first 10 minutes if you're interested. But also if you're interested in bonus content, we have got 3 different tiers you can check out. But don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube because you guys are the most important to us. So thank you for being
Like
here.
and subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. Can I just leak one of your birthday presents?
Sure.
Here live because I haven't shipped it yet. But it's done.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, here's another leak, everybody. I have a feeling it has something to do with bugs.
We've had many conversations on the phone where you've talked about overalls and how you wouldn't wear overalls.
What? They're overalls, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That
Wait,
I hand embroidered all these little buggies on them.
How did you wait, show it closer. You did that? How did you do that?
Yeah. I've
That's
always
so
been
good.
at embroidering.